Capricorn. Some months pass like rough drafts, but this month, it's the opening chapter of an entirely new book. You didn't arrive at this moment by accident. You were led here. You were called. 4 powerful planets are now turning in the same direction. The sky itself is shifting as if the universe is either aligned to support you or to challenge you, Capricorn. You weren't born to live a life that's just enough. You were born to carry great responsibilities and to receive great rewards. But the price is clear. You are not allowed to delay. You are not allowed to turn away. If you wake up each morning and sigh at the thought of your job, this is your sign to stop. If you're in a relationship where both of you no longer look in the same direction, this is your moment to let go. And if you're still living beneath your true potential, then this is the universe's final call. Choose again, right now. The universe doesn't knock on your door with roses. It arrives as a tremor, a name that suddenly appears, an offer that makes your heart race, a situation that forces you to make a big decision. Don't mistake nervousness for a red flag. Sometimes your soul trembles, not out of fear, but because it's been waiting for this moment far too long. And once it sees the opportunity, it can no longer stay silent. Capricorn, if you've ever felt like you were standing at an invisible crossroads, if you've lived a life that looks right but still feels wrong, then this is the moment the universe confirms that feeling was real. There is no more time for patchwork, no more space for half-hearted decisions. This month isn't here so you can continue as before. It's here so you can live truthfully, not for others, but for yourself. There's a truth Capricorn must face this month. You cannot use old tools to open new doors. And you certainly can't use an outdated version of yourself to walk into the future that's calling you. The universe is quietly opening a very different path in your career. It's not loud, not flashy, but if you're tuned in, you'll feel it. A shift in the wind is brushing through your mind, gently whispering, it's time to work in a completely different way. You may feel impatient with repetitive routines, bored with numbers that no longer carry meaning, or you might suddenly wake up one day and realize, I need to create something of my own. Not because you want to rebel, but because you simply can't keep pretending anymore. Pretending you're okay with the repetition. Pretending you don't have deeper desires. Pretending you still belong in a system that no longer fits who you are. This month, a new energy is flowing through your professional world, not to patch things up, but to break them open and rebirth something real. You'll begin to notice things you once ignored, new technologies, flexible work models, small projects that spark real passion. Or you might hear an unexpected invitation from someone you never imagined, a project that breathes freedom, a strange collaboration that somehow makes your heart race. That's not coincidence, it's a sign. When the universe wants you to change, it doesn't ask if you're ready. It places a situation in front of you and waits to see if you're brave enough to choose differently. And if you are, a door will open. Not a golden pathway, but a new journey where you get to work in full alignment with who you truly are. This August, stop searching for safety. Start searching for freedom in your work, because that freedom will become the foundation for everything else you build from here. If you've made it this far and can already feel something shifting inside you, know that it's not a coincidence. That's your soul nodding. And if you don't want to miss any of the messages being sent just for you, subscribe now. The universe always sends the signal at the right time. You only have to be ready to listen. How many times have you held yourself back just because you were afraid people would say you're too ambitious? How many times have you exceeded expectations only to step aside and let someone else take the credit? And how many times have you turned down the chance to rise simply because no one called your name. Capricorn, the universe is rewriting that story for you this August, not with applause, but with an opportunity big enough for you to prove that you were born to lead. No one's going to hand it to you, you're meant to claim it. A powerful surge of energy is striking your career zone. A silent drumbeat echoes, "This is your time," and you will feel it, clearly, undeniably. A major decision will be placed in your hands. A higher position will suddenly become available, or a turning point will launch you straight into the spotlight, where all eyes are on you. This is no longer about whether you should keep trying. This is the real question. Do you dare to step up and claim the place that's always been yours? If you've been nurturing a big idea, a personal project, or preparing for a career pivot, this is the month to act. No more waiting, no more perfect timing, because this opportunity isn't just a test, it's a declaration, a pivot that can rewrite your name in this world in a way that reflects your truest worth. Capricorn is the symbol of the mountain peak, and only by climbing do you get to see the full view. So don't fear the height, don't fear the stairs, and above all, don't fear becoming too big in the eyes of those who've never dared to dream as big. Career is not just about income. Career is a living declaration of who you are in this world. This month, let your seriousness become your strength. Let your dedication become your foundation. And let your ambition, not something to hide, but the flag you raise, boldly, proudly. There are doors that don't open with a key. They open when your heart is ready. This August, Capricorn will hear a knock, barely audible yet echoing deep within. It's time to look again at the one beside you. You are the Zodiac sign of responsibility. You love through action, you care through presence, you don't need vows, you need consistency, and because of that, you often love in silence, endure in silence, and wait in silence. But this month, Capricorn won't need to guess anymore, because if love exists, it will speak. Someone might confess, a relationship might finally be named, a future might begin to form from the most sincere of gazes. Or a truth may shatter and you'll realize it's time to let go, but this time not out of pain. You let go because you deserve a connection that runs deeper. It's not love that exhausts you. It's holding on to something that's no longer right. Capricorn, this month, love doesn't arrive to test you. It arrives to illuminate. You'll finally see who's truly present, who's walking beside you only out of habit, and you'll be surprised by your own growth when you no longer need to prove or to hold on. For those in a committed relationship, this is the moment to take the next step. Move in together, invest together, build something more lasting. No more stalling. The universe is gently nudging you forward, not pushing, just waiting for your nod. For those who are single, a certain glance is waiting to be noticed. Someone who may seem like a stranger, but understands you more than you ever imagined. And if you dare to open your heart, you'll know this isn't the first time these souls have met. Some loves don't need time to be proven. They only need one right moment to bloom, as if promised from a previous life. Capricorn, this month let your heart speak, not with logic, but with a feeling you can't explain. I've been waiting for this person for a very long time. There's one thing Capricorn must remember. No lasting financial transformation ever happens without a shift in mindset. You may currently find yourself caught between two currents. On one side, your work is gradually evolving and opportunities are beginning to open. On the other, there's a lingering sense of instability, a lack of control, because things aren't quite solid yet. And it's this inner tug of war that's keeping you stuck. But this month, staying stuck is no longer an option. The universe will place you in situations where you must decide. It could be signing a major contract. It could be severing a financial tie that's no longer fair. Or it could mean opening your wallet for an investment that feels luxurious, but is, in truth, the exact leverage you need to level up. You might feel anxious, but if you listen closely, underneath that anxiety is a quiet voice saying, "Do it, it's time." And that voice isn't just fleeting intuition, it's the whisper of a stronger version of you calling you forward. Money, if not directed with purpose, becomes a burden. But money, when used in the right place at the right moment, can unlock an entirely new future. This August, take the time to reassess your financial flow. Where is it coming from? Where is it going? Is there a leak caused by people-pleasing, fear of confrontation, or simply not saying no? Stop postponing important financial decisions. If you need to raise your rates, do it. If you need clearer terms from a partner, ask for them. And most importantly, believe that every dollar you spend is a vote you cast for the life you truly want to live. Capricorn, it's time to understand. Money is not your master. It's your companion, and you are the one who decides where it goes. This is not the month to save every penny out of fear. This is the month to spend wisely, choose bravely, and trust that you are building a reality that is bigger, richer, and more worthy than ever before. Sometimes what exhausts us isn't that life is too hard, it's that we don't know what we're leaning on anymore. Capricorn is the sign of structure and foundation. You're the one who holds it together, the one who builds a roof so others can feel safe. But who builds a roof for you? Who is the place you can return to without having to maintain an image, without needing to try, without needing a reason? This August, the universe doesn't ask how much you've earned. It asks, are you living in a space where you can fully be yourself? And if the answer isn't clear, you'll feel it soon enough. There will be a moment that jolts you, maybe a feeling that you no longer want to be in the house you're in, a tense conversation with a loved one that cracks something open, or a quiet, unexpected moment of warmth that brings tears because it's been so long since you felt truly loved. This month, Capricorn returns to an old question with a new heart. Where do I belong? Who do I belong to? And what truly feels like home? Some will decide to move out because it's time to create a space of their own. Others will move in together because trust is strong enough now to share ordinary days with someone else. And some will rebuild their inner home, releasing old grudges, forgiving the past and the people they love. Because in the end, home isn't the quietest place. It's the place where you can be loud and still be loved. Where you can be fully yourself and not be judged. If you've been thinking about buying a house, relocating, moving in with someone, going back to your hometown, or starting over somewhere new, this is the month to feel, not to analyze. Don't choose the prettiest place. Choose the place that softens your heart. The place you walk into and no longer feel the need to armor up. And if you don't yet have someone to call family, don't worry. A warm energy is coming your way. It may be a new relationship, a special friend, a community that makes you feel less alone than you've felt in a long time. Capricorn, you don't need to rule the whole world. You just need one place where you don't have to brace yourself against it. A place safe enough to take off your armor and real enough to finally let yourself breathe. There are times when you move like a machine, precise, powerful, constantly pushing forward. But this month, the universe isn't asking you to try harder. It's asking you to pause, not to surrender, but to listen. Have you found yourself sleeping more but still feeling tired? Craving solitude but also fearing loneliness? Feeling as though you're missing something important, but can't quite name it? That's not stress, That's not coincidence. That's a deeper part of you trying to speak. This August, Capricorn's intuition is stronger than ever. You may have strange dreams. You might run into someone from your past and see them with new eyes, or suddenly feel something is off, even when no one else notices. And this isn't the time to brush it off. It's not the time to say, maybe I'm just being too sensitive. It's the time to understand. The part of you that knows best doesn't live in your mind. It lives in your soul. And when logic falls silent, intuition begins to speak. When you become quiet enough to listen, you'll realize the answer's been with you all along. This month, give yourself space for stillness. Turn down the noise, turn down the opinions, and ask, what is asking me to believe? Even if I can't yet see it clearly. You might feel called to journal, meditate, or reread something from your past. You might feel the need to step away from a group, a project, or a commitment you know deep down is no longer right. You don't need anyone's approval. You just need enough faith in yourself to walk toward what feels uncertain. Capricorn, you're known for being the one in control. But this month, let your soul lead the way. Because sometimes, awakening doesn't arrive in a blaze of light. It arrives in a moment of silence, when you feel the entire sky begin to stir inside you. August is not the in-between. It's a crossroads, a place where you simply cannot move forward if both hands are still clinging to the past. Everything that has happened since the beginning of the year, the shifts, the delays, the tug-of-wars, wasn't meant to confuse you. It happened so you could finally begin to look directly at yourself. And now, in August, every energy layer is knocking at once. Old work no longer fits. Your career is asking you to rise to a higher level. Your finances are demanding that you redefine your true values. Your relationships are asking you to either trust or let go. Family, home, place, everything is shifting, and through every one of those movements, your soul is whispering, if not now, then when? Capricorn, this is not the month to wait. This is the month to choose. Choose clearly. Choose decisively. Choose the person you want to become. Choose the work that reflects your real capabilities. Choose the relationship that no longer leaves you guessing, and choose a way of life that no longer compromises your truth. You don't need to do it all in one day, but you must begin. Is an email that needs to be sent, a door that needs to be closed, even if it hurts, a phone call that needs to be made to say something new, a decision that needs to be signed with your trust in yourself. Not because someone else told you to change, but because you've waited for this moment long enough. You've done enough. You've given enough. You've learned enough, and now it's time to receive. Not a reward, but a responsibility. August is a hinge month. You can turn back and live as before, or you can swing open and create a new chapter, sharper, louder, truer. No one can choose for you, no one can walk it for you, because this is the month when the universe steps aside and watches what you will do with your true freedom. Capricorn, you don't need anyone to lead you, because right now, you are the one leading the game. This August, you don't just need a forecast, you need a surge of real energy. Share in the comments, what crossroads are you standing at? What do you already know you need to choose, but are still hesitating? Just one honest comment can be the first step in unlocking the flow that's been stuck inside you. And if you want to keep receiving the right messages, at the right moment, for the right version of you, don't forget to subscribe. We'll meet again at a higher frequency.